If you're stuck in therapy, it's probably because there's an overemphasis on feelings.
Feelings are valuable signals about a possible reality.
But they lack the reality testing of the prefrontal cortex. That's why things seem so different when you're not emotional. And that's true of positive or negative emotions. When you're really infatuated with someone, the world seems very different when the infatuation wears off. But it's more powerful with negative emotions because those have adrenaline and they are more immediately necessary for survival. So your negative emotions are calibrated to give false positives. So when the smoke alarm goes off, you check to see if there is a fire. You don't ignore it. You check to see if there is a fire. And if there is, you decide how to put it out. Always check out your feelings, but don't confuse them with reality. A smoke alarm is not a fire. When we focus on feelings, we tend to justify them, ignoring completely our long-term best interests because feelings are short-term oriented. They're also inherently subjective. So attempts to justify them are mired in confirmation bias. That's when you'll only focus on evidence that will justify them and completely ignore evidence that contradicts them. But you don't have to justify them. They're your feelings. You're entitled to them. The question is never whether your feelings are justified. It's whether you want to feel the way you do. Unregulated emotions create temporary narcissism, and that precludes other perspectives because only your own matters. And when you preclude other perspectives, you're obscuring the reality of interactions. The most important element of emotions is their motivational function. They prepare us to act. The word means to move. And the actions they prepare us to do are either approach, you want more of something, avoid, you want less of something, or attack, that's devalue, warn, threaten, intimidate, or harm, in that order. Motivation is the component most accessible to regulation. That means deciding which behavior is in our long-term best interests. Instead of trying to figure out if your feelings will meet your best interests, it's easier to decide whether approach, avoid, or attack will be in your long-term best interests.